And now, the Proud Little Seaman Lounge presents our version of Disney's Mr. Lincoln. Welcome to Great Moments with Mr. Clinton, starring our little audio animatronic answer to the deterioration of respect for the office of the President of the United States, Willie.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me just say this. Thank you. I am your president. Hey, wait a minute now. I haven't even started the jokes yet. And now, without any further to-do, here comes the hilarity. How do you recognize Al Gore when he's surrounded by Secret Service agents? Easy. He's the stiff one. Now, here's something for you folks to ponder. You know what I say to Hillary right before sex? See you in an hour, honey. Huh, but seriously, folks. One day I was jogging along the beach, as I am wont to do, when I found a lamp. I rubbed it, the lamp that is, and a real genie appeared. I was amazed. "What is your wish?" he asked. "Isn't it obvious?" I replied. "Peace in the Middle East. See this map? Make these countries stop fighting each other." The genie looked at the map and then looked at me. "Damn it, man, I'm good, but I'm not that good. These countries have fought for thousands and thousands of years. It just can't be done. Make another wish." Well, I thought about it, and then it struck me I knew exactly what I wanted. You know my wife, Hillary? I want you to make her the most beautiful woman in the world, and I want you to make everybody like her. And do you know what that genie said? Here, let me see that damn map. Enjoy the veal. I'll be here all week. Just the other morning, I jogged down to McDonald's with Hillary's new puppy. A guy yelled at me, "Hey, Mr. President, cute puppy." I replied, "Yeah, ain't she? I got her for Hillary." And he yelled back, "Good trade." Last summer, Vice President Al Gore and I were guests at a barbecue fundraiser when I noticed an old dog lying by the podium licking himself. I leaned over to Al and said, "Boy, I sure wish I could do that." You know what Al said? "I don't know, Mr. President. He looks kind of mean to me." I'll tell you that, Al. He can be a real cut-up sometimes. Okay, brace yourselves. This is a killer. Here's a Bob Dole joke for you. How is an old man like a bumper sticker? Well, the older they get, the harder it is to get 'em off. Isn't that right, Elizabeth? Now, ladies and gentlemen, if there's one thing you know about me, it's that I am an expert on the Ferrer sax. Now, follow me on this. From age 13 to 18, a woman is like Africa, virgin and unexplored. From age 18 to 30, she's like Asia, wild and exotic. From age 30 to 45, she's like the United States of America, fully developed and free with her resources. From age 45 to 60, she's like Europe, well explored, nearly worn out, but still has points of interest. From age 60 on, she is like Australia. Everybody knows it's down there, but nobody really cares. Somebody douse me, I'm on fire. What do you get when you cross an onion and a donkey? Well, most of the time you get an onion with really long ears. But every once in a while, you get an ass that'll bring tears to your eyes. And if you see one, call me on the hotline. Now, folks, stop me if you've heard this one. No, I'm just kidding. Don't stop me. An airliner went through some really violent turbulence, rough enough that the flight attendants strapped themselves in, and many of the passengers were airsick. When they finally got through it and the air calmed, the captain's voice came over the intercom. "Well, folks, that was quite some ride, wasn't it? But we came through it with flying colors, and I'm glad to report it looks like the remainder of our trip will be smooth sailing. On behalf of myself and the flight crew, I'd like to thank you very much for your cooperation and extend our best wishes for a pleasant stay in Boston." Then, wrongly believing he had switched off his microphone, he said to his co-pilot, "What a friggin' ride. Man, I could use a strong cup of coffee and a blowjob right about now." As a stricken stewardess dashed up the aisle to inform him his microphone was still on, a sweet little old lady called out to her, "Honey, don't forget the coffee." Once when I was in college, I ate a hash brownie, but I didn't swallow. You know my definition of safe sex? Well, it's any time Hillary is out of the White House. Ha ha ha. One of my top aides, at least one of the ones who's still with me, Andrew Fairthorne, told me that joke. It's not bad, huh? Thanks, Andy. You know that FBI file we got on Al Lowe? Honest mistake, I swear. And, you know, you can trust me. The Pope dies. And, well, naturally, being the Pope, he goes to heaven. It'd be kind of funny if he didn't go to heaven, huh? It'd be a whole nother joke. Now, he's met in heaven by St. Peter at the pearly gates, and after a whirlwind tour of heaven, is told that he can enjoy any of the myriad recreations available. He decides that he's going to read all the ancient original texts of the Holy Scriptures. After an eon or so to learn the languages, he sits down in heaven's library to pore over every version of the Bible. Suddenly there's a scream in the library. The angels come running, only to find the Pope huddled in a chair in a corner, crying to himself, muttering, "R! They left out the R!" God himself takes him aside, offers him comfort, and asks him about the problem. The Pope sobs again. It's the letter R. The word was celebrate. Think about it. Another one of the ones you'll laugh about on the way home. The convent is being remodeled, and 2 nuns are assigned the task of painting the library. Mother Superior cautions them not to get even a drop of paint on their habits. After discussing this for a while, the 2 nuns decide to lock the door of the room, strip off their habits, and paint in the nude. Can you imagine such a thing? In the middle of the project, there comes a knock at the door. "Who is it?" called one of the nuns. "Blind man," replies a voice from the other side of the door. The 2 nuns look at each other and shrug, and deciding that no harm can come from letting a blind man into the room, they open the door. "Nice tits," says the man. "Where do you want me to put these blinds?" Rush Limbaugh is a big fat idiot. Oh, I don't want to talk about the book. I just love that title. Now, don't you just love those Republicans? Bob Woodward writes bad stuff about Nixon, and he's a liar. Bob Woodward writes bad stuff about Reagan, and he's a liar. Bob Woodward writes bad stuff about me, and he's a thoroughly researched journalist. Boy, I sure got the short end of that PR stick.